Alright, what's poppin' everybody? Welcome back to Sharpe Sports, and today we're going to be talking about the game of the week. By far and away, it is going to be that Georgia at Tennessee game. Now, obviously, so far, the biggest game in the very early college football season was that Week 1 Ohio State versus Texas game. But for me, this is the first real game, especially seeing how Texas hasn't looked great recently. This is the first real game where we're going to be seeing two potential playoff teams going up against each other and seeing who's really going to be shaping the SEC. Alabama's already got a loss underneath their belt, and these two are the juggernauts right now in the SEC. I want you guys to comment your predictions down below, because my prediction I'm going to be giving at the end, and it might surprise some of y'all. Now, first things first, I feel like we just have to talk about the Georgia Bulldogs, because it almost feels like they're coming into this game as the underdog. After a very lackluster performance, specifically on offense for Georgia last week versus Austin Peay, there's a lot of questions around, can this Georgia program even keep up with Tennessee's high-profile offense? I think that they can. They just have to make sure that they're getting their X factors in actual openings. Now, Georgia's running game, there's no questions about that. They have a nice three-headed monster with Nate Frazier leading the pack, followed up by Dwight Phillips Jr. and Chauncey Bowens giving a nice change of pace. But for me, the real player that needs to step up in this game and make a real impact is the former high school five-star wide receiver, the #1 wide receiver in his class, Zachariah Branch. Now, in Zachariah's time with USC is my favorite program. I watched a lot of this kid. I watched him all coming up out of high school, and then I definitely watched him when he was at USC. He seems like he would be a just dominant figure at the college game with his speed, his athleticism, and his just ability to be able to make guys miss in the open field. It just only seems like they're able to get him open with like gimmick plays or very quick screens. Now, Zachariah Branch is not the biggest wide receiver by any means, but he has gotten a lot bigger since coming into college football. It's really going to be interesting, because if he's able to win over the middle, where the soft spot of Tennessee's defense is gonna be in this game, if he's able to just be able to get open on more than just drag routes, really being able to stretch the field and let Gunnar Stockton use his strong arm to get that ball out there, that is the type of playmaking ability that Georgia needs. They're always going to have that methodical, just run it down your throat game with their running game. They need the big plays. They need to be able to convert on the 1st and 10s, passing the ball and moving the sticks, not getting behind the numbers. That is where Georgia needs to be, at least for the first half of this game, because to me, it's either going to be that Georgia's going to pull away very quickly, or I think that Tennessee's just going to end up winning this just by the pure firepower that they have. And speaking of Tennessee, hey, I know that there was a lot of controversy around Tennessee with the whole Nico situation. They look better than they did with him. Joey Aguilar has added his name into Heisman contention with his already 535 passing yards with 5 touchdowns already. And just like Georgia, Tennessee's got a strong running game with their two-headed monster of Star Thomas and Deshaun Bishop. But I feel like a little bit more of the emphasis is going to be put on Tennessee's running game in this particular game, because for one, they have the home field advantage, so they need to be able to keep their offense on the field as long as possible. And the only way to really do that is just by methodically running the ball. Now, I'm asking Tennessee to methodically run the ball against Georgia's defensive line, which is no easy task by any means, but that to me is the easiest way that they end up winning this game, because as much as Tennessee's offense has looked amazing, every single time that they play Georgia, besides like every now and again, Georgia has their number. So to me, Tennessee, they can't be this pass happy team that's just, okay, we're just going to try and just get out to an early lead and then just run the ball later. No, like they need to establish the run very early, and they need to be able to show Georgia that, hey, we are not afraid of your defensive line. We have big boys too, and we are going to establish the run. Now, that's not saying to run at the sake of just running every single play. I'm saying run to set up the pass, because in my opinion, Mike Mathews, talented sophomore, another former 5-star wide receiver in the high school rankings, I think that this is going to be his breakout game. I'm calling it now. I think that Mike Mathews goes for about 5 catches for over 100 yards and at least 2 touchdowns in this game. He is a solid framed wide receiver with excellent run after the catch ability. And to me, when you letting your running backs bring the linebackers a little bit closer, have the safeties cheat up a little bit to try and help in the box, you let Mike Mathews go out there and torch him downfield, and that is where you're going to see Joey Aguilar be able to make a deep shot. And it only needs to happen about 2 times in this game. And that's where you're going to see Mike Mathews really shine as a Tennessee Volunteer. Overall, my official prediction, I have Tennessee winning 24-17 in this game. I simply believe that the mixture of Georgia simply not having an offensive identity right now and being at home, and also having the offense and the defense that Tennessee's currently has right now, I think that just gives them the slight edge, and they're going to be a touchdown favorite, in my opinion, in this game. But I want to hear from y'all. Do you think that I'm overblowing Georgia's struggles so far on the offensive side of the ball through the first 2 weeks of the season? Or do you think that maybe they were holding their best stuff for this first SEC game? Or do you think that, hey, maybe Tennessee ends up blowing Georgia out? I want to hear your official predictions down below. Leave this video a like and comment your thoughts down below. Hit that subscribe button. We got a couple more predictions going on throughout the season. We're really going to be mainly covering the big games. I don't want to break down every single game, but this is going to be the biggest game of the week, and of course I wanted to break it down. I want to hear from y'all, so seriously, comment your thoughts down below. I'm going to be down there in the comment section replying to some of your guys' comments. I love and appreciate all y'all. If nobody has told you this today, you are absolutely amazing. I pray that you have a blessed rest of your day, and know that Jesus Christ loves you more than you'll ever be able to understand, and know that it's not weird to follow Jesus. You don't have to feel like an outsider because you claim that Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior. It's a beautiful thing that honestly more people need to be doing out in this world, and I know that Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. Know that you don't have to go through this world alone. You always have Jesus right there by your side. Love and appreciate all y'all, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Ciao.